Satnam. Satnam, beautiful people. Today in this short video, I'll do my best to make it short. I just want to talk about few very important, well, more than few. I will be discussing hours and those hours, how they affect in your intention or wish making. We all making wishes throughout the day, throughout our life, throughout weeks, months, years, and a lot of those wishes never come true. You know why? Because you have to make your wish in the right way. It has to be right time, right mind, the right mood, and the right atmosphere and the ambient, basically, energy around you. If you're not happy, if you coming from intention or emotion of lack means you don't have it, not that luck you have it, not the good luck, but luck when you feel lacking, when you feel not enough, not this, not that, then that wish probably not gonna come true. Anyway, let's jump to a not to the practice but to a details. So everybody wake up at a different time, obviously. Sometime I wake up at 4 and I go for a walk into the woods. Sometime I can wake up at 9:30. But each time of a day represents certain emotion, certain vibration, certain energy, even certain planet. So I will dive deep or not so deep into from 5 a.m. in a day, in any day, until midnight. So I have my notepad here. I have to, otherwise my head is gonna explode if I'm gonna remember all these details. So 5 a.m. 5 a.m. represents represented by your career, business, your development, basically. So let's say you want to change your career, you want to become a tarot reader, yeah, or you want to become a best plumber, or you want to become a writer or an artist, or in whatever you desire and you want. So 5 a.m. is the best time all the day to visualize and to work on that desire. So what we do, remember in my previous videos I was talking about mudra kubera. So mudra kubera is you bend your pinky and you bend down your ring finger. So you keep up your middle finger and your index finger and your thumb, and you join them together in this way, like so, okay? And you do the same thing to your other hand. So mudra kubera is not just finances. So those meridians, when you join them together, it basically helps you to expel certain prana, certain energy, to make your dream or to make your wish fulfilled. Now, how long you're supposed to keep your mudra? Well, ideally it's supposed to be minimum 5 minutes. If you've never been practicing mudras, mantras, I would start with at least 5 minutes, 3 to 5. And feel your body, how your body feels, where your body feels, in what chakra, in the heart, in the solar plexus, in your belly button. Maybe it's in your head, maybe it's in your throat. So notice while you're holding that mudra, what do you feel, where you feel? Do you feel light, or do you feel there is kind of you're going through the force? If you're going through the force, ask yourself, is that really what you want? Is that career you really want? Is that development you really want? I know I'm doing something I want. I love it. I love to make YouTube videos. I like to do numerology. I like to calculate people's birthdays, years of birthdays, calculate in numerology their names, what it represent. I love to do tarot cards. Tarot is about, it's not only metaphysical, but it's about your deep psychology, right? Carl Jung was doing the whole study. He created the whole study around the tarot cards. Anyway, I'm deviating to something else. So 5 a.m. is your career. Okay, 6 a.m. you make a wish desire, you can actually, every wish, every desire, make sure you write it down and try to do it for minimum of 30 days. They usually say 21 days, but usually the strong habit or something that you want to desire will eventually materialize. It might be earlier, but 30 days is the number that ideally you should see the results. So 6 a.m. Anything you want to wish or desire for the healing. Let's say one of your family member is not doing well. Maybe it's your kid, maybe it's got the flu, maybe it's got some other sicknesses, not just flu, right? Maybe something more serious. So of course you should see the doctor, you should see other maybe alternative medicine, whatever. But nobody is stopping you from making a wish, desire, write it down. It's like already happening. Say thank you to the universe and write down that healing mantra. Now, mantra you can actually write down. You can create your own mantra. Like, I'm healthy and I recovered from this and that and da da da. Or my child is healthy, name of the child, da 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 da. Write it down, visualize, sit and meditate on that. 7 in the morning, you make a wish for any good luck. Good luck and balance in your life. Good luck in many aspects. It could be your work, your job, anything with your, mostly with your life. Maybe you want to travel, maybe something, but something that it's a time where you don't really force the desire or wish, where you actually, you're just waiting for surprise. So universe, surprise me with some luck or surprise me with something really, really good. And that's why, by the way, I'm wearing this hat today with a horseshoe. I know it's Irish and usually they wear it on St. Patrick's Day, but I'm wearing it today. Any day could be St. Patrick's, right? Any day could be a day of luck. Okay. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Anything have to do with your real estate. Either you want to buy it, you want to sell it, maybe you want to renovate it and you want to attract a right company or a right people who will renovate your house. Maybe you don't trust just anybody, right? So visualize that, how it's happening already. So in the visualizing process, you shouldn't be visualizing it's already happened. Visualize how it's coming to you. Like, okay, so you get those workers or you get that company, or how you're selling your house and you're giving the keys to the new owners, or how you buy a new house and you're taking that key from the owners, how you walk, how that house smell, how that house looks, where that house located. Yeah. What I practice is when I have a desire, strong desire. You don't have to be an artist, by the way. You take a piece of paper, about maybe this size, like size of your palm, right? And you write down or you draw a little sketch. You don't have to be Michelangelo, okay? So a little sketch. Let's say it's a house. So sketch it house, 2 stories, 2 levels. Maybe it's a bungalow. Maybe it's a tiny house. Maybe it's a land. Maybe it's an island. I don't know. Like, everybody have different desires. So sketch it. Then sketch yourself, even if it's like just like little 2 sticks, legs, 2 sticks, arms, and 1 cucumber as a body, and little circle as you had. Just say, your name, put your name, and put as many details as you wish to see in your desired outcome or desired wish. That's to any wishes, healing wishes, prosperity, career, whatever. Again, you don't have to be Michelangelo or Leonardo da Vinci to make a little sketch. Now that sketch, I'm giving you life hacks, by the way, magic life hacks. And then you put it in a circle, clockwise. So do as many circles as you possibly humanly can, okay? I usually prefer write with either blue pen, red pen, or green pen. If it's money related, it will be green pen, this color. If it's a love related relationship or something that I want to, maybe like a business career, I will write it in red pen, right? If it's something I want to get rid of, it will be black pen. So black color I usually avoid in writing or any wish making, because it's usually when you want to get rid of something. And same with the black candles. Anyhow, I know you understand me. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. If you are a student, or if you write maybe a book, or you want to pass some kind of test, it's usually time for any kind of test, right? A desire for the test. Let's say today at midday, 12 o'clock, I have to pass a test. I have to write some big ass test. Maybe it's for the college, maybe for university, maybe it's to get through and become a student of that college, university, etc. Maybe it's a work-related test. So anything have to do with some kind of testing, challenging exam. Okay, so at 9 in the morning, you sit. You also can put Kubera Mudra, because it's your wish coming true, right? It's not just money, not just finance, it's your wish coming true. Okay, and calm down your breath, visualize that you're writing your exam and it's perfect. I've done it many times. It always works. Even sometime I get the questions, half of the questions I know and half of them like, man, I don't know. But then I remember myself in that state of meditation. I always meditate before my test or exams, and I've done hundreds, if not thousands, of different tests and exams for different colleges that I finished, different career development and so on. It's always working. Okay, so 9 o'clock again is for testing and exams. Now, you don't have to write at 9 in the morning, but you make that wish and desire. You just put it at you can do it a week ahead or 2 weeks ahead. Make sure you prepare for the exam, not just like visualizing and writing and, sitting in that with Kubera Mudra is like, I'm passing the exam, but you didn't do any work. You still have to do some work, right? Because that's how it works with universe. 10 a.m. If you want to get or find a good job. Let's say I'm self-employed and you, let's say, not self-employed, and you don't want to be self-employed and you want to get a good job, a good, prosperous, or at least a decent job where you will be respected, valued, where you're going to have probably some kind of bonuses, benefits, maybe health coverage, and so on and so forth. So 10 a.m. in any day, it's very, very good to visualize on your dream job. Ideally, when you want to get something, it's ideally best to do on a young moon. So basically, it's a moon in a position of, let's say, if you're looking at the sky, it's position of like, that crescent is this way. It's basically looking like a reverse C. Like if it's C in English, C like this. So young moon, it will be in reverse C. It's a young moon. So all the phase, all the way until the moon is full moon, yeah, round moon, you can make any wishes, any desires to attract something into your life. When the moon goes into the fading period, when it starts to get less and smaller and smaller and smaller, is basically, then it's like perfect C, right? That means old moon, perfect C, or like maybe, half C or thick C or small C or whatever, until it's basically fading away. So that moon is to get rid of something, to get rid of some health issues, to get rid of financial issues, any wishes, right, and desires, and any kind of craft or witchcraft work. Anything have to do maybe not very good relationship. So you make those wishes and desires to get rid of on a fading moon. Still, these hours are also applies. You can, some people, if you think you're the person that get affected by the moon strongly than others, then the moon respectively. However, if you don't think that you get affected by the moon very strong, then disregard. Again, the thing in the craft, in the witchcraft, in the esoteric work, a lot of things very important, and it's what you believe, is what you create your world from, right? If I believe in something and if I do it against my belief, I probably get some trouble, problem, whatever, issues. It's because I strongly believe so. My own world will say, "Ah, no, 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 you're not supposed to do that," or "Why did you do that?" However, some people don't believe in many things, and they just go by. Now, moon affects everybody, of course, but some people get affected more, and some people get affected less. And to tell the truth, when you work with a lot of clients and you need to do spells or rituals or whatever, and some people need urgent work, urgent help, sometimes you disregarding the moon, right? You work around that. And some other planets, some other forces of nature will help you. Anyway, let's move on. 11 a.m. 11 a.m. wish. It's anything globally, any desire, any wish that's global, meaning you wish for the global peace. You wish for the global abundance. So you literally will sit and wish for the whole world, including you, peace and abundance and happiness and so on. Also, global, what it means is something on a global scale in your life. For example, I want my entire family to be happy, or I want my entire family uh, become in peace, and basically, I don't know, maybe some family members are fighting. So wish for the best outcome, that your family unite in the most loving and harmonious way. Okay, so global wish, right? So something that on a global scale. Now, can it affect other people? Yeah, as long as you're not forcing the situation, as long as you're not forcing your will on other people. If it's something bad, like, is it okay to wish for somebody's health and recovery? Yeah, but you have to ask that person. Is it okay to wish for somebody to be prosper and rich and whatever? Well, yeah. I mean, you're not wishing for something bad or for some destructive energy to come upon that person. 12 p.m. So, which is midday, 12 p.m., noon. You're not doing anything. It's a break. It's just break. So it's like half day pass. It's a break. It's where you just like breathe, inhale, breathe that earthy prana, that the heavenly prana, whatever, the good energy. Breathe, relax, do whatever you need. Go to the gym, have your lunch, call your friends, call your families, say you love them. So no wishes at 12 p.m. 1 o'clock, 1 p.m., 1 p.m. Any wishes have to do about health. Now, we're not talking about getting rid of any diseases or sicknesses. We're talking about health. So health for you, your loved ones, for your pets, as long as it's within your immediate circle, right? Usually when we make a wishes, the best way is to wish for somebody who we in direct contact. Basically you, your loved one, your family, your parents, your children, your grandparents, your pets, of course. So health is at 1 o'clock. 2 p.m. Anything have to do with people that creating trouble for you. I don't use that word, but I will use it so you guys understand. So it's enemies. If you want to get rid of enemies or people that always envy about whatever you have, whatever you buy. Like sometime, like I in the past I had I had one friend, like financially she was, well, to the certain point, to the certain month and year, she was always like better in many things in terms of like more money. I was a single woman. She always was with some kind of, she was always finding a man in her life, like she can't stay single. You know, she coming from the rich family. My family are still alive and everything, my parents, but I grew up in the middle class, right? Like middle class family, educate and stuff, but like we were never rich when I was little, right? But she, so you know what I mean? But still that person is always jealous or envy about me. And I'm like, and I don't understand, like, You, like in material world, you're always in a better place. Money wise, you're always in a better place. Relationship wise, you like, well, I mean, better and worse, it depends how you look at it, right? So what's better for me might be not necessarily better for you, and vice versa. But on a general scale of, if we're gonna generalize it, right? If we're gonna generalize it, she was always better off, and yet she still envy and jealous and whatever. And she doesn't tell me, but it's like leaking from her pores, from her mouth, from the way, from her action. So we're not any longer friends, is because just like sometimes you have to reevaluate who are your friends and who are not your friends. But it's the time at 2 o'clock is when you make a wish and ask universe and ask your subconscious and just ask your own world to protect you from bad people, from people with bad intention. They not necessarily friends. Sometimes people live in your immediate neighborhood, or people, if you work at the job, at the whatever, some company, whatever, there's some people simply hate you just because you never done anything bad, just because they're miserable. People like that, they just hate you for absolutely no reason. And so 2 p.m., that's where we making and establishing that energy that we are protected. And please, universe, if you believe in God, sure. I do believe in many gods, by the way. But anyway, ask your guardian angel, your God, maybe your ancestors who went before you, to protect you, to guide you, to protect you against evil people, against people with a bad mouth, against people with evil thoughts, and so on. Anyway, let's move on. So I think that's clear. I cleared it up. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. If you want to find something, finding, not like your car keys, which I usually I use it like every 5 minutes, sometime. But like in terms of, if you want to find love, if you want to find partner, if you want to find better job, if you want to find a better place to live, if you want to find yourself. Some people trying to find other things, but they still didn't find themselves. So if you want to find something, and that's again, it's a lot of work with your subconscious. Now, can we use mudra kubera, that you already know how to do it? Yeah, we can use mudra kubera. There is other mudras. You can look at my channel, at the other videos, and there is a different mudras for different purpose, and I will absolutely record more videos about different mudras, because mudras are very powerful hand gesture that help us to create a better world, a better energy, a better outcome. They can literally materialize certain things into our life, as long as we put the intention there, as long as we're working with that mudra. One time holding mudra probably won't work. Sometime if you have a really strong power of intention, but you gotta practice that, right? Anyway, let's move on. 4 p.m. If you want to make a wish, it's funny, for your country, or for your town, or for your township, for your county, for your province, something that you wish would be better, but you don't see it. So make that wish, make it happen. Guess what? A lot of people think about different thoughts, driving, talking to themselves, talking on the phone, blah blah blah. But imagine if we would just sit 5 to 10 minutes a day and visualize that's happening. Good stuff, good for people, good for us, good for nature, good for animals, good for everybody, when everybody in plus and bonus, basically. All right. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is when we're trying to get rid of something, but mostly it's in your body. It's a sickness. It could be mental sickness. It could be physical sickness. It could be sadness. It could be a depression. So anything you want to get rid of in terms of metaphysical, physical, or spiritual. So it might be sickness, it might be bad neighborhood, and you want to move away from that place. It might be problem at work. Might be problem at work, right? In my other videos, I will also record what other mudras you can use in a different aspect. Mudra Kubera, yeah, but Mudra Kubera is mostly to attract something, to change for more auspicious way. Still, you can practice. I haven't hold Mudra Kubera for something if I have a desire to get rid of. So I usually it's to attract. So I think I made it clear. So any desire to get rid of sickness, problem, issues at work, maybe you want to move, change your life, etc., etc. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. or 1800 in the military way. You can ask universe, you address in this time to the universe. It's basically, if it's a winter time, like I'm in Canada in province of Ontario, and it's already dark and it's not even 6 p.m. It's already sun is setting. So sometime when the sun set, it changes the vibration of the day. And it's time sometime to have a dinner with your family, like kind of late dinner, or maybe just sip a tea and sit, put the relaxing music, meditate, and ask the universe for something that you are lacking, you think you are lacking. Maybe you're lacking wisdom. Maybe you're lacking to be more proactive. Maybe you're lacking to feel more energy, to get more energy in your life. Most of us struggle with energy throughout the day, right? Because we don't get enough sun, especially if you live in a like North America, Europe, whatever. We don't have enough sun, vitamin D. We also don't have a good balanced diet. And a lot of us don't pay attention to our body, like physical component activity, yoga, exercise, workout, swimming, whatever. Maybe it's recreational. So, but anyway, something that you're lacking. Maybe you're lacking motivation. Maybe you have that book that you wanted to publish 10 years ago or whatever, and you still like sitting there and you're looking at it like, right? So that's the time to ask for something that you're lacking, right? Now, a lack is something that it's all in our mind. If you think you're lacking, you basically create more of what you don't have. So when you're asking for lacking, write it down and acknowledge that everything is in your head. Like the whole life, the whole universe, everything we see and experience is all a construct. We all agree as a souls, as a beings, as a part of God, Shiva, whatever. We all agreed to Brahman. We all agreed on this is what we're going to experience and we believe in it. But all this doesn't really exist. Anyway, let's move on. So that's why any luck, it's first, the luck is here. So sit, meditate on what you're lacking and imagine that, believe in it, that nothing you're really lacking. Everything is at your fingertips. And if you want it, you can get it. 1900 or 7 p.m. It's when you make a statement, desire, or you can even make a phone call if you cannot make a statement, or if you feel comfortable to call those people. It's to make a peace, bond, to make a end of fight, end of war, basically, end of kind of destruction or destructive communication or relationship. It takes a very strong person to apologize. And I met a lot of people in my life, in my world. They will do something, or we will have some kind of miscommunication, and they will act rudely or weirdly or kind of an insulting way, and they will never apologize. And then I have people who will apologize. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. But they don't really feel it inside. They don't really, not feel it, but they don't really mean it. So when they say, I'm sorry, did you feel anything? You're like, listen, I'm really sorry. I know I did this or that, or I said something, but I didn't really mean it. I didn't really think about that. I'm really sorry. So what the person really, you're looking at the person's eyes, and that person is really, really sorry, really trying to change it for the better, right? And sometimes, frankly speaking, we cannot call that person. Maybe that person is gone from the physical realm, or maybe that person changed the number and doesn't want to talk to you. So send that apology, send that peace bond, send that vibration of equilibrium, like we even. You're not better, I'm not worse, I'm not better, you're not worse, basically, right? We are even. And I apologize, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, okay, for whatever I did. So sit, meditate for a few minutes. And if it was something big, really big, then do it for a couple of weeks on that exactly time at 7 p.m. Okay, now some people might be working at the time. You can take a break, go to a quiet place, maybe in your car, maybe in your office, maybe in your, I don't know, maybe in the bathroom while nobody's there. And just think about it, make that peace. Because that peace, more important, is inside you. Okay? A lot of pain and pain and trouble and grudge we hold is, number one, affect our physical body. Okay? Sometimes the other person doesn't even remember. You call and like, well, I'm sorry. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, well, about the, well, I don't even remember. Seriously, that happened? But you still living it in that situation, in that moment of you hurted that person by word, by action, maybe both by word and by action. So let's move on. 8 p.m. You make a wish for the health of your family. Right? If you don't have a family, then make a wish for your own health or for your any extended family, right? Because not of us, all of us have family or big family. So make a wish for the health of your family, near or far family. Just sit and put your hand on your heart and send them that loving, healthy vibration and wish them health from the bottom of your heart. It doesn't take much from you, but it does a lot to others, right? But it doesn't take much from us. You're not gonna be drained of energy, but you're actually gonna gain more. The more we give, the more we get, physically, energetically, spiritually, and otherwise. Okay, that's why I'm creating this video, because I want to give more, because I want to get more, not because I'm selfish, because I want to give even more after that. Okay, 2100, 9 p.m. It's when you wish for happiness, happiness and harmony, towards your family. Now, on a global scale, can you wish happiness and harmony to the world? Absolutely. But that's like when we usually say that, a lot of us don't really mean it, right? So if you think you can be that big and wish harmony and happiness to the whole universe, or even your city, or even your township, or even your neighborhood, happiness and harmony. But if every one of us will stick to our family and create that harmony and happiness inside us, it's gonna spread. It's gonna be electric. It's gonna be like viral in a good way. It's gonna be like a good virus that like everybody happy and harmonious. So 2200, we're almost done. 2200. All the wishes and all the desires, and all the desires and all the wishes, how should I say that, when you want to be like a God helper. Like, let's say, in your neighborhood there's a people struggling to paying their rent, so ask them how you can help. Sometimes it's not about money, sometimes it's about connecting them to the right people, and they're gonna get a job, or maybe they're gonna get into some clothes bank where they're gonna get some free clothes, or maybe You're gonna donate them your time to take them some places where they're gonna find a job, or maybe a cheaper rent, or maybe they're struggling with food, or maybe they just people that need attention, some older people. They just need you to visit them and just say, hey, you're not alone. We know that you're here. Anytime you need to talk to somebody, I'm here. If you want to take a walk or whatever with me, no problem. So it's when you want to unite with God, or some God good things, okay? I don't know how to put it in a better way, but like it's when you want to be God's little helper. Let's put that way. Yeah, I think that's 2300 or 11 p.m. is when you're wishing health for yourself. So gain back to your health. And that makes sense. That's like if you last hours before you go to bed. So before you go to bed, before your eyelids are closing, wish abundant health to yourself. Because we usually wishing to everybody this and that, but in many cases we forget about ourselves. We forget about who we are, what we really want, and we follow other people's dreams. So it's good to the end of the day, if you still not fall asleep at 11 p.m., wish yourself a healthy life, a healthy smile, a healthy mind, a healthy thoughts, and a healthy speech, the way you talk. Because also the way we talk, we it's actually programming our day, our life every day, day by day. Midnight, oh my God, midnight, guess what? Can you guess what's the midnight wish and desire you can make? So anything have to do with love. So anything have to do with love. You want to attract love. You want to maybe your current partner start to see you in a different way. Maybe really start to love you and appreciate you. A lot of people in relationship just because they used to, just because it's comfortable, like comfortable old sleepers. So you don't want those to be those sleepers. You want to be loved. And when we want to be loved, very important thing to remember that to be loved, we gotta love ourselves. Yeah. So if you don't have that strong connection with ourselves, and we don't love ourselves truly, like come to the mirror right now, even if it's not midnight or whatever time it is. Come to the mirror and say, how much do I love myself? Do I love myself? And try to say, I love you. I really, really love you. Whatever you are, doesn't matter how old you are. We are soul spirits in the avatar physical body. I love you. I love your smile. I love your eyes. I love your face. I love your skin complexion. I love your little wrinkles. I love your accent. I love you. So when you start loving yourself, it will be much easier for others to love you. Okay. Anyway, I hope and I believe this video was extremely helpful. Down below you will be able to check on my website. There is much more I offer to my potential clients, students, people, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you in my next video. Namaskar.